the turbulent Warring States period, which lasted over 100 years. This is when ninja emerged. Their mission? To extract information from the enemy and return to their masters in one piece. For many, the idea of ninja and their art called ninjutsu may belong to the past. But ninja still exists today in the 21st century, and their current leader is Masaaki Hatsumi. He's the 34th Soke, or Grand Master of the ancient Togakure-ryu school of ninjutsu. At the age of 84, Hatsumi continues to impart his special knowledge to his many disciples. Every day, overseas visitors head to a sleepy neighborhood about an hour from Tokyo. They come to observe and train under Masaaki Hatsumi, a modern-day ninja. More than 10,000 students visit this dojo every year. 80% come from abroad. To all, he is equally their Grand Master, Hatsumi Soke.
Okay, I want you to remember this hand technique.
Hatsumi is using a very light touch. He's not applying any pressure.
I'm not taking a hold.
Not taking a hold, right?
But you see, we're connected.
I'm not taking a hold, but you see it's connected. Everyone, trying to put a technique on here.
I took his finger, but I'm keeping distance.
Let it go here. Well, since I close all doors, I can move. It's like personal.
So the important thing is to control the space. No matter how large or speedy your attacker is, if you can use the space and control his center of gravity with your finger, you've got him.
Just seeing how Saki is moving is always different, and he's feeling so well, his attacker. It's very hard to imitate that. It's very a feeling thing. And I always feel like if he's adding something at the end of the technique, so we don't know what to concentrate on anymore. But essentially, it's always at the beginning, the way he's moving. So.
Hatsumi-sensei, I felt, adapted to what we were doing. So in essence, we were fighting ourselves. There was very little that Hatsumi-sensei was doing. Hence, Hatsumi-sensei saying, I did this to myself. We were fighting ourselves.
Don't try to grab right away.
Don't try to take something, immediately.
Space is key.
Space is important to Kukan.
The ability to demonstrate superhuman powers. That's the essence of ninjutsu. Hatsumi entered the world of ninjutsu at the age of 27. His master, Toshitsugu Takamatsu, is a man of legend. He was called the last fighting ninja. Takamatsu shared his knowledge and secret documents with Hatsumi. These included techniques from the 900-year-old Togakure Ryu school and writings on swordsmanship and throwing, as well as meditation and joint lock control. Takamatsu also taught his disciple that all Japanese martial arts have, at their very core, the art of self-defense. And for him, ninjutsu embodied this the best. Hiroshi Nagase is one of Hatsumi's most trusted disciples. He is demonstrating goshinjutsu, or self-defense skills, which are at the heart of Hatsumi's ninjutsu.
When your arm is gripped by the opponent, you need to unlock it. To unlock your arm, there is a technique called tehodoki. You can't unlock it like this. So you move your hand like this. Then you remove your metal weapon. And when your opponent flinches, you escape. Grab here. You're using leverage, so you don't need force. This is because the opponent will try to tear loose from you to prevent having his arm broken. Then you flip him. This is dogaeshi. Oh, I'm choking him. Oops, dangerous. His face is red. This is koppo. In other words, controlling the skeletal structure. This is when you're seized by the collar. Same thing.
In this technique, called koshijutsu, the thumbnail and forefinger are used to crush the opponent's pinky.
This is called dakken. I'm countering a punch with my left hand. This time with my right.
Hatsumi keeps at home a vast collection of typical ninja weapons, including a remarkable array of shuriken. Pointy shuriken are made of iron. They are thrown at the enemy to buy escape time. Everyday objects were also used as weapons.
The tea ceremony. Everyone's relaxed, right? But they use metal chopsticks for charcoal. These in that tiny enclosed space. A weapon, right? A tea room is no place to visit lightly. You're hit with hot water and attacked with these, you're doomed. This is a pipe. It's called a kenka giseru, a fighting pipe. It's more deadly than a jite metal baton. It's lethal.
These actually function as smoking pipes. But their weight, about 3 kilograms each, sets them apart. A single blow from one would be deadly.
This is a tobacco container. It has a lion motif. Come closer. It's a pipe. The sword was made by a famous swordsmith. Wonderful, isn't it? These are all works of art. This is a weapon for blowing irritants to blind opponents. The weapon is made to look like a medicine case. You put your mouth here and blow. It's blinding.
These shuko, iron hand claws, are the ultimate concealed weapon. They also allow for tree scaling and digging. The shuko can inflict grievous damage simply by touching an opponent. Even a basic knife becomes invisible. Hatsumi's assault style is versatile. Hatsumi's career took a turn in the 1960s. It was during a time when a huge ninja boom swept popular culture. All Japanese kids wanted to dress up like a ninja. For the 1978 television drama Shogun's Samurai, Hatsumi was brought on board to supervise the martial arts sequences. He taught the true art of ninjutsu to the actors. Japanese star Sonny Chiba was among them. Chiba vividly recalls how Hatsumi described ninja battles.
Ninja must win the battle, even if the enemy is a samurai. A ninja enters the enemy's range holding a sword to trick him, and swings a scabbard when the enemy is unguarded. The scabbard has been filled with urine beforehand. It's ammonia and gets in his eyes. Then the ninja finishes him off. Ninja wouldn't hesitate to use such cowardly tactics in order to win. From a samurai's perspective, the methods are underhanded, but he has to win. If he gets killed, he can no longer feed his family. He must survive. It was the only way for ninja to survive in their given environment. That's why it has reality. That's why it's appealing.
Hatsumi became sought after for work in television and film, but his punishing schedule eventually destroyed his health.
I suffered from autonomic ataxia for 5 years. I couldn't sleep. I had diarrhea for about 1.5 years, and I lived on yogurt for 1.5 years. But I continued working. 5 years of media craze ruined my life. It sapped my energy. I was in my 30s. It lasted for 5 years, but I recovered. Otherwise, I'd be dead.
It was through this health crisis that Hatsumi came to reassess his concept of physical strength and weakness. He no longer focused solely on a combative spirit and physical power, and this greatly influenced and altered his technique. As a result, he found it easier to read an enemy's move. There was no need to assume a posture or block the opponent. He came to the realization that there was no need to do anything at all.
Reach that level of 1 layer of skin, 1 layer of paper. Moving like a butterfly.
Hatsumi's actions appear slow, but the striker cannot anticipate his moves.
Soke can predict the timing when I'll be approaching him and where I'll be hitting. It seems as if I'm trapped by his move.
Don't be evasive. But remember the timing. Okay, play.
The master's approach is effective, even when multiple strikers attack. Hatsumi has reached a state of transcending physical power. He's found some commonality with female ninja called kunoichi. Kunoichi turn their weakness into a weapon when attacked by men. Escape is one tactic. The kunoichi cunningly sets up an advantageous situation and brings in her attackers. Then she deftly fells them. And naturally, she survives.
Showing your weakness to gain the higher hand is the innermost secret of martial arts. Women are typical practitioners of this. It means to become both the positive and negative. You have to know both the positive and negative sides.
Sayaka Oguri is a 22-year-old kunoichi. She received ninjutsu training from her father. Koichi Oguri was one of Hatsumi's finest disciples. When he was 50, he was blessed with his only child, and he decided to give her a ninja education. The families were very close. Hatsumi treated Sayaka like his own granddaughter. But her father, who was also her master, passed away 4 years ago when Sayaka was 18.
Okay, Sayaka, it's your turn. Go on. Have a go.
Hatsumi and his leading students are reviewing her progression.
Okay. All right. Good, Noichi-kun.
Sayaka is visiting her family home.
It's been a month since I was here last. I come home once a month to visit my father's grave. That's the house, and the dojo is over there. You come into this kind of waiting room, and there's the dojo.
Sayaka practiced with her father here every day.
I think my father was just letting me play rather than giving me martial arts training. It was like he made martial arts into playtime for me. He knew I wouldn't continue practicing if it took an official training form. So he just let me play with things like throwing shuriken, well, fake shuriken made with paper. But it was goofing around. At some point, such play naturally became my ninja training.
She was just 2 when her father started her on ninjutsu. She's kept it up for 20 years. When she's practicing alone here, she feels a deep bond with her father.
Ninjutsu is an essential and practical tool for daily life. I think that's why my father wanted me to practice it. My father was also older when he had me. I think he thought he might not be around forever to take care of me. So he wanted to educate me, Sayaka, to be independent and self-sufficient in order to survive. I believe that was very important to him.
Sayaka is training at Hatsumi's dojo towards a major goal. She's eager to pass the Go-Dan, or 5th Dan test. Examinees must close their eyes and sense the movement of the striker behind them.
Relax, let me move you.
Okay.
When Hatsumi was in training, he brilliantly dodged his master's sword.
Okay.
detecting an invisible threat is an essential ninja skill.
Okay.
Sayaka's test is a month away.
I've been dreaming of this since I was little. I think undergoing the test will lead to improved self-confidence. And taking on a 5th Dan test will likely change my perspective.
Most of the people who come to this dojo from overseas are high Dan holders of karate and judo.
You made us end up here, then you're going to do something from there. Don't try to think.
After long years of martial arts training, they're eventually drawn to Hatsumi's ninjutsu. Many of them are in the military or police forces at home. Their work often leads them into deadly conflict zones. They see ninjutsu as an effective force for survival in their fields.
Somalia, Iraq, Afghanistan. I was off the coast of Vietnam on a U.S. warship. I'm a little too young to have fought in the Vietnam War. The training that Hatsumi Sensei gave me became very effective in allowing me to recognize danger was coming, to perceive danger before it happened. You know, you've seen the Godon test. It's something that's non-physical. It's a sensory thing, like a sixth sense. So it's the same in a violent or combat situation. I have that same connection, that feeling danger is about to happen. And then we move, and then a building blows up.
Ninjutsu teaches to protect life. Not to fight, not to kill. Sometimes you have to fight, sometimes you have to kill, but the heart of it is protect life. And I think this is a very good concept for the Marines to think about, being protector, not fighter, not killer.
Chad Basil is a former FBI agent and training coordinator.
Again, don't think about taking this with your hand. Taking the fingers. Don't think about taking it down.
Every time I'm trying to escape, he's ahead of me. So he just leads me where he wants me to go. And I don't really have a choice.
Chad had first encountered Hatsumi's techniques in 1994. It was during his FBI training. The FBI has long been following Hatsumi's work, even inviting him to lead a demonstration. Chad teaches the art of self-defense at this community college. These students elected to take Chad's course as part of their regular studies.
So I just went to my closet. This happened to be a strap from my computer bag. And I might have a strap like this from a computer bag. There's no difference. Now control him. Don't worry about the belt. Control him. Ah, much better. Good. Very nice. Okay. Yeah, and maybe
At the college's nursing school, Students are being taught elements of Hatsumi's ninjutsu. In America, violence against hospital nurses has become an endemic problem. According to a survey, more than 60% of nurses in the United States at some point have encountered a violent situation with patients and visitors.
Most of our patients are very nice people, and they're very appreciative of our care. But then there are people who are, mentally ill, or they're going through drug withdrawal or something like that, or having a bad reaction to drugs, and they become violent. And I have been hit, I've been kicked, I've been bitten, and I've been spit on. And most of my coworkers have. If you've worked long enough, that you will have experienced that as well.
Chad demonstrates ways to deflect a violent patient's actions.
Touch me.
Okay, you move towards me. See? It's the same thing.
Yeah,
only
this
now.
one was like made me want to crunch away from you.
Right. It's kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah.
We don't like to be touched here in this area.
It was reflexive. I didn't even think about it.
Very nice. That's precisely correct. Same thing when you're lying down. There's no difference. I just guided it away from you because I don't want to be kicked. Okay, so you do the same thing. As he moves the leg up, just roll it over. Okay. And then you can just always be close, right? See Steve's scar here, we'll avoid that. You can come to the back. Remember I said this is a delicate area. We don't want to be grabbing patients anywhere near the trachea, right? Okay.
So we have to make them safe for themselves and safe for us to be around. So to be able to do something like this would be very useful and very practical, I think.
So now we escape injury ourselves, avoid injury. Number 2, don't let anyone control you. The last is, if useful, if necessary, begin to control your attacker. And the last is damage or injury. It keeps the officer safe. It keeps the public safe. And it allows opportunity even for the attacker. If the attacker stops being aggressive, it's over.
In Spain, some 8,000 nurses have been taught self-defense by Hatsumi's disciples. They're putting the skills they learned to practice in hundreds of medical facilities across the country. As a contemporary ninja, Hatsumi has become somewhat of a guardian, helping protect the lives of people around the world. Away from his dojo, Hatsumi enjoys time with his pets, including 2 ponies. A ninja who loves people, animals, and all life. That's who Hatsumi really is.
When I see a beautiful woman, I appreciate her beauty. I appreciate a fine sake. You're never too old to enjoy. Come on. Let me make you pretty.
Sayaka's 5th Dan examination is only a week off. If she passes, she'll be qualified to teach ninjutsu and will follow in her father's footsteps. She repeatedly faces the sword to sharpen her instincts.
If I didn't do this now, I probably would never do it. Since people have supported me all along, now is the time. If I'm hit, that's it. If I'm able to dodge, I'll take that as an okay sign from my dad.
Examination day.
Okay.
So it's just not punching, for example. They get close, they may not just be punching.
Hatsumi starts the examination day like he does any other, by demonstrating techniques.
You want to be able to change to the next situation. Using the shitoken here to grab this. One more chance. Please come.
The test begins.
Okay, next.
Thank you.
Okay.
Sayaka's turn.
Whatever you come on up.
I don't know whether I did well. Anyway, I'm relieved that it's over. But I still have a long way to go.
After I gave you a test, my hands were shaking.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. My wife will become jealous.
Who will succeed Hatsumi as Grand Master?
You don't need to use that. You can hold like this.
I think the next soke will be decided by God, not me. Someday a soke will emerge suddenly from among tens of thousands of qualified people in the world.
Simplemente moveros y que sea el oponente quien decida la técnica que queréis hacer.
Hatsumi has proud students all over the world. He has made it his mission to ensure that their potential blossoms.
I hope you will work together to use ninjutsu power for the benefit of all people.
For the purpose of the Bunyakan for everybody for the future. Okay, thank you. Today.
Masaaki Hatsumi is a contemporary ninja. He is truly a living legend.
Are you okay? Okay, let's play.